What's up, guys? We got a June 2017 edition of Motown. That was my non-certified / TTM pickups for the month of June 2017. We got 2-month-old Maddie Mo hanging out with Daddy, hanging out with cardboard. What up, Maddie Mo? She's very happy. She is finally calmed down. It was a month and a half of torture where she just was crying and crying and crying, and now she sleeps fantastic at night, and she's super chill during the day. So we are blessed. We were blessed before, but now we're super blessed because she's not driving us crazy. Huh. So Maddie Mo is awesome. I think I'll just put I brought the swing over here, so maybe I'll show her later on, but again, this is the video tribute to Maddie Mo and her life. So there's Maddie Mo. She's a lot happier now, so she's pretty cool. And you guys that don't like baby videos, you know what? Too bad. Go watch someone else's channel. This is what the Motown video or Motown channel is all about. So, all right. Should we put you down? Show off some cardboard. Oh yeah, Daddy-o. She actually just puked on me. Not too much though, just a little bit. So here we go. I was in Lansing, Michigan for a couple weeks for business and decided to hit up the Lansing Lugnuts game. Lugnuts have two of the top prospects in the Midwest League, and I think they should be ranked higher than they actually are. First off is Vladimir Guerrero Jr., son of Vladimir Guerrero. He's actually a pretty nice kid. Signed my ball in the sweet spot. So very happy with that. He's got a very similar autograph to that of his dad. So I got that ball. And I went to 2 games. The second game I just did pre-game autographs because I was tired. So over the course of 2 games, I ended up getting that ball, and I got 5 cards done. So here's a couple of Elite Extra Editions. 2 of these Bowman Chromes, and this Topps Pro debut that turned out really nice. So I got those Vlad Guerrero Jr. cards. You should see him. I mean, his stuff is selling like crazy on eBay. It's insane. We got a long ways to go, Maddie Mo. Then Bo Bichette, son of Dante Bichette. He's not as nice. He did sign my baseball in the sweet spot with his BB. Princess Nini coming around to take Maddie Mo away, or to supply a pacifier. Parenting never ends. It's just constant. She got the pacifier. All is good now. Good job, Princess Nini, coming to the rescue. So I got that Bo Bichette. He's hitting 400 this year. I mean, and it's a full, you know, it's half a season worth. So he is tearing it up, Bo Bichette. Unfortunately, not a real nice guy. But he did get that. I did somehow get that the first night. And I also double dipped and got one of my 3 cards done. Second night, I tried to get him, and he completely ignored me, even though I was the only one asking him. He was less than 10 feet from me. I'm like, Mr. Bichette, can you please sign my card? And he just kind of, you know, spit on the side and kind of disrespected me. But it is what it is, so I'm not going to be rooting for him. But Vlad Jr. was pretty cool, so good props to him. And then post-game, game 1, I got Garrett Whitley, who was the first round pick of the Rays in 2015, signed 2 of 3. And then I got the Rays first round pick of 2016 on a couple of index cards. Josh Lowe signed 2 index cards for me. He actually wanted to sign autographs. He came out after the game and was kind of looking at everybody like, dude, who wants my autograph? So I got him. First round pick, can't beat that. So that was it. Did not a whole lot of in-person stuff there, but the 2 guys I went for I got, so can't complain. Next, got this on sportscollectors.net. Good price on it, I think. Cody Bellinger, this is his AA All-Star Top Prospect card signed. Dude's a beast. Signed in blue. It's a pretty cool card. Next, 2 additions to my 90s score set. Very excited about both of these. First off, Lloyd Moseby participated in a private signing. Got number 404 done. So one of my last 32 or 33 that I need for that set done. And this one, this is the card, the Bo Diaz and the Dave Stewart, Mike Moore card I thought were going to be impossible. Dave Stewart and Mike Moore apparently told each other they weren't going to be signing this card unless it's for each other, but somehow, some way, this card popped up on eBay and I got it. And it looks real. The Dave Stewart is more of a vintage autograph. Mike Moore, I mean, it's how he signs today. So I didn't think this would ever come into my collection. So I have one now. Super excited about it. Number 700 in the set. So absolutely thrilled that I got that for my collection and the 90 score set. Next, Ryan Sandberg through the mail success with a cash donation. I found this 1984 media guide at a card show for like $2. 84 was the year that Ryan Sandberg won the MVP for the National League, and he signed it as such. That turned out really cool. Ryan Sandberg, MVP, 84, which he didn't write 84 because it's right there, and the number 23. So that turned out amazing. It's one of the nicer Sandberg autographs too through the mail. Sometimes he can fly through those and not give the best signature. So that one's a really nice one. Very happy with that. Next, I was super excited to get this one back from 2009, Topps Magic. I sent it to the Payback Foundation. Peyton Manning. I usually get the preprint or just the card unsigned, but I opened up that Salvador stamped envelope and there was Peyton Manning in his Tennessee Vols uniform. Awesome, awesome card. One of my better through the mail successes. Very happy with that. Next, Brooks Robinson signs for a small cash donation. This is 2 different requests. First time I signed a 58 Topps. His second year card. Looks like he's taking a dump. So that's a goofy looking card, but second year card. And then he also sent me this signed Hall of Fame plaque postcard as a freebie. So can't beat that from the Human Vacuum Cleaner. And then I sent another request, and I sent this 1970 Topps All-Star card, which he signed perfectly and added his Hall of Fame 85 inscription. And then he also sent this like Topps Heritage player sample. Topps apparently gives these like samples to the players for them to keep, and Brooks Robinson hooked me up with one. See up there at the top it says player sample. So these are the Topps Heritage real ones. This is the one that he was supposed to keep. I'm sure he got a stack of these, but he was nice enough to include one for me. Hall of Fame 83. I think I said 85 before, but 83. So very happy with Brooks Robinson. Those are the big TTM successes. Moving on, I got Jack McKeon on 4, including his rookie card. I'm not going to show every card. I got 4 from Jack McKeon. Stephen Vogt, who is now with the Brewers, signed 4 for me. I sent this and got it back like right when he got DFA'd from Oakland. So nice return from Stephen Vogt. New All-Star Pat Neshek, who always signs everything, signed 6 of 6 for me. 2, 4, 6. You send him 100 cards, he's going to sign 100 cards. So got 6. One of the best women's basketball players in the world, Elena Delle Donne, who was with the Chicago Sky. Now she's with the Washington Mystics, signed 2 cards for me in care of the Mystics, including that Topps Olympic card there on the left. Turned out nice. Amanda Beard was 2 for 2. One of the cards was a duel with Jenny Finch, which is already back out in the U.S. Postal System for Miss Finch to sign, but got this Goodwin Champions as well. That turned out really nice. Former Olympian. Dave Duncan, former pitching coach for the Cardinals and former A's and Indians catcher, signed 4 of 4. Nice autograph there. 72 and 73 Topps. Got a 74 and a 76. 4 of 4 from Dave Duncan. Mike Cameron coming through again. I had 2 of these 2001 Ultra cards that I did not get before I had met Daz Cameron, signed by Mike. So I got them by Daz first in person, and then I got Mike to sign them as well. Mike signed right over him. It's kind of hard to see. But that was kind of a cool dual card with him and his son back in '01. His son Daz playing in the Astros organization. So I got those 2, and then I got these 2 as well. 4 of 4 from Mike Cameron. Matty Moe is asleep, which is fantastic. Buddy Bradford signed 4 of 4 for me. There's 2. And 2 more. David, I have 2 drafts to go through at the end of the video, so stick around. Next, 3 of 3 from Football Hall of Famer Walter Jones. Actually, I'm sorry, 3 of 4. He kept one of them. There's 2, and 1 more. Next, one of the biggest busts of all time, but he's got his life on track now. He's actually in rehab, and I sent it to his his rehab facility, I think out in California. Ryan Leaf signed 4 cards for me. So he's had a troubled life, and I read a really good article on the Players Tribune that he wrote. It was a letter addressed to his younger self. I really recommend anybody reading that. It's very enlightening. So Ryan Leaf, his life's back on track, and hopefully stays on track. So 4-4 from Ryan Leaf. So I got Peyton Manning and Ryan Leaf in the same video. I just realized that. Stephen Gostkowski has been signed through his home address. Unfortunately, he signed him in silver, which is really difficult to see on these cards. I bought a couple other cards that would look good in silver. Sent those out. I'm sure he'll sign those in black, and you won't be able to see it. But 2-2 from Gostkowski. Next, Roger Craig, former Niners running back, signed 4 cards for me. Got those 2, and these 2, and these unparalleled. I'm sorry, Panini Phoenix cards look really cool. The one there on the right, signed. Should probably flip that around, huh? 4-4 from Roger Craig. Next, former Twinkies infielder Al Newman. He is a manager of an independent league team in Minnesota. Signed 4 cards for me. I actually met him in person a couple years ago at a minor league game. Happened to be there. Real nice guy. Didn't have any cards of him, so I got some index cards. So, but he saw he was signed through the mail, so I sent 4 cards. Got them all back. Next, Hockey Hall of Famer Michael Goulet signed 4 cards for me. Lute Olson. He signed my first request a couple months ago in dying silver Sharpie, and Mr. Olson still has not gotten a new Sharpie because these are even worse, I think, than the other ones. So, one of these days, Mr. Lute Olson will get a new Sharpie. Next, Gene Kranz, who was the flight director from Apollo 13 for NASA, signed 2 cards. He was the guy, Ed Harris played him in the movie. So just a kind of a legend in his own right, NASA flight director. Gene Kranz, 2-2. Next, Turk Wendell, former pitcher, signed 4 cards for me. Got these 4. He always puts the name of the team under his signature that he's featured with, so they're all Cubs cards. There's 3, and this one was already signed by Steve Traxel, and he signed that one in blue as well, so that turned out nice. Really nice autograph from Wendell, too. Next, former Dodgers catcher Steve Yeager signed 2 cards in care of the Dodgers. He's a coach with them. Next, Basketball Hall of Famer Dan Issel signed 3 cards for me. Next, Dave Keon, former Hockey Hall of Famer, former Maple Leaf. There's 2, 3, and this like Parkhurst tall boy. Next, current Mets manager Terry Collins, 4-4. All on Topps Heritage cards, different years. Next, Hockey Hall of Famer Guy Lapointe, signed 3 cards for me. There's 2 and 3. This is a long video because I still got quite a bit to go. I got Robert Parrish to sign his rookie card in blue. I was hoping that'd turn out a little better. It's kind of hard to see. There's too much going on in that picture. But Robert Parrish signed rookie card. I got Ed Kranepool on 2/2. Dick LeBeau, I finally tracked down one of his rookie cards. It's kind of in rough shape, but he did sign in black. So very happy to get a Dick LeBeau signed rookie card. Signed that one, and then he signed 3 more as well. Switched pens. Wish he would have signed the rookie card in blue, but I'm not sure why he switched pens in that request, but he did. Next, Dirk Nowitzki. 2 different returns here, both signed in blue, which is nice. And this Panini Revolution turned out really cool. So did the Court King's Expressionist. They both turned out unbelievably cool. So those are 2 of my favorite Dirk autographs. My favorite basketball player of all time. Next, Ray Sanchez signed 4 cards for me. I think I sent that to a country club in Puerto Rico. So I got those 2 and these 2 as well. Actually, that was it. That's all the TTMs. So that wasn't too bad. I flew through those. All right, next was a draft. This was a top prospect draft, I think. My first round pick. I met him last year. Didn't have any cards though, so I finally wanted a card signed. Corey Ray, former University of Louisville product in the Brewers organization now. Drafted back my Anderson Espinoza. That was my card. I drafted a Clint Frazier, who's have to a decent start with the Yankees now. Rhys Hoskins, didn't have an autograph of him yet. Zach Collins, nice autograph there, the White Sox first rounder. Lewis Brinson, he's a top 15 prospect in all of baseball. Josh Naylor, who I guess is a really difficult signer, so I'm very happy to get that. AJ Reed, Josh Hader, and my last round pick was Domingo Leba. And lastly, I was in a whatever draft. You sent whatever you wanted. I sent a bunch of minor league signed cards, and people drafted them. So this is a bunch of really goofy names. My first round pick, 2 tickets to paradise, baby. Eddie Money, couldn't pass up that hair. Signed in red. Didn't have an Eddie Money autograph. First round pick, Eddie Money. Judge me if you want. And then I got this nice 1969 Topps Dave Campbell as my second round pick. I already had his autograph, but it's signed in pen. He used to do a lot of stuff for ESPN. This card's in immaculate condition too. Rookie card. So very happy to get that as my second round pick. Next, Blackhawk Brian Campbell. I already had his autograph, but one of the best speed skaters of all time, Shawnee Davis, Chicago product. Former Bears tackle Ted Albrecht. Ben Lively, he's had a pretty decent start to his major league career. Bad Brad Baxter, good name from the 90s. Current Cubs pitcher Eddie Butler. Peter Lambert, didn't have an autograph of him yet. Dan McGuire, yes, that is Mark McGuire's brother, former quarterback. Stanford Jennings, former Bungle. Preston Tucker, already had plenty of his autographs, but it's still sitting there, so I picked it up. John Settle, who is actually the running backs coach now for the University of Wisconsin. Miller Diaz, now we're getting to the nitty-gritties, this is crap. Josh Hart. Carl Willis, former reliever. Glendon Rush, this is actually a cool card, Cubs card. George Samus. And lastly, Tyler Henneman. So, that's it. I got through, I don't know, my camera doesn't tell me how long I've been going. That wasn't too long though, so that's it. I'll show Maddie Mo off one more time. Let me flip this back around because we gotta see Maddie Mo. Now she's so nice and peaceful. So, 2 months old, we'll do another 3-month video. I will do a, boy, it's gonna be 22-month-old video for Mini Mo. They're my certified autograph pickups for the month of June. So, not sure if I'm doing that today or some other day, but we'll find out. So, that is all we got for now. We both want to thank you all for watching, and as always, please, stay safe.